Hello and welcome to the Link Up Show with myself, Charlene Smith and Doug. It has been a long while, but we are back. Doug, it's been so long, but welcome back.
Oh, we're back in the building, Char, you know. What you saying to me? We're back here, B. You know what I mean?
I
Love
know.
to be back. It's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. You get me?
Exactly. I actually cannot name the last time that we actually done a live stream together.
Oh, serious?
Well, it was
It's been
definitely
a hot
last season. I think, Doug, have you froze on us? All right, I think Doug may have frozen. So shout out to everyone who is watching. Big up to Tyrell saying big up Charlene and Doug. Are you back
Come on.
now?
I am back. Just switch the connection.
You froze for a minute.
Yeah. Just switching. I just realized I put a new Wi-Fi thing up here. So that connects to the hub downstairs, but I wasn't connected to it. I was still connected to the extender. So yeah.
Okay. No worries. Big up to Ashake as well, saying, hey Charlene and Doug, how are you? And it's been a long time. It definitely has. I'm amazing. How are you, Doug?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. It's been good, man. It's been good. You know what I'm saying? Like, just bare things going on. Been busy. Started the season with 10 games in, Char. That just goes to show we haven't spoken in God knows months, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Over 10 weeks by the sound of it.
It's week 10, yeah, but like I don't know, we mostly had the one in like midweek game and that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's been a while, man. I'm just keep moving, keep doing what I'm doing, working hard. You know what I'm saying? What about yourself?
Yeah, well, it's been so long. I've actually completed a half marathon. I don't think we've spoken, in that long. So I completed a half marathon, which went really well, and I'm really happy with the time that I've done it in. And as you know, I'm preparing for the London Marathon, which is taking place next year in April. So training is underway, which I'm absolutely loving. Yeah, that's
this long distance run is not a joke, man. How are you finding it? You know what I mean? I can't run the mileage there. What kind of miles you doing?
So when I done the half marathon, that was 22, I believe, 22k.
22 miles? Yeah. 22k.
22k, yeah, 22.5k. I think it's about 13 miles, I believe.
13 miles. That's long, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I run a quarter mile and want to go calf.
And when you go to the calf, what are you going to buy? A full English?
A full English, mate. A full English.
You should actually come for a run with me one day.
Right, so I don't know if I've got it in me, mate.
On my short runs, I do long and short runs.
Yeah, I don't know. I could try, but you know what I mean? These old bones, you know what I mean? Don't know if they can carry me like that anymore.
Old bones, you was in the ring fighting the other day when you was in your boxing.
Yeah, I don't mind a little bit of physical. I got the stamina for a bit of physical. I just don't think, you know what it is when I run, I just don't think like my knees and my ankles can handle it anymore, the pounding. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm getting a bit tender in the old age, you know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, I don't do excuses, Doug, and I see that you've been in the gym. So keep up your strength and conditioning work and then come and join me.
I will do, definitely.
This is Coach Char coming out now.
I know. All of a sudden you start turning it into a drill session. Yeah, so Doug, this is what I'm saying, yeah. You better keep yourself from swimming enough. They forget that we actually were streaming, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. It's a full-on catch-up, ain't it? Yeah, but, I mean, while we are catching up, we've been doing really well. We are currently, when we say we, I'm referring to Arsenal. As you can see, I'm representing red, baby.
Come on. I'm wearing red as well, by the way. I am wearing red, you know what I mean? Put me
I love it. I'm really loving this Lean Gang merch as well. This pink is amazing.
Little pink thing, you get me? Little pink thing, something like, you know what I'm saying, sure? Little side.
Yeah, I love that still. Love that. You like my Jamaican accent, don't you?
Yeah, I love that.
But yeah. Sorry?
No, I said I love that. I was just copying you.
Okay, yeah, but as we were saying, so Arsenal currently unbeaten in the Premier League. We're obviously, buzzing off that 5-0 win against Sheffield United at the weekend. I mean, we've got off to a really great start. How are you feeling, 10 games in?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Like, you know what? Arsenal fans, they panicked. We drew against Fulham. Everyone was throwing their toys out there, Pram. Everyone, he's got to do this, and what's he doing with the team? And when you actually think about it, all season we've only lost the Lens in Champions League away to Lens. That is it. That we've not lost a game. Yeah. So, like, and we're unbeaten in the league still. So I just think, like, I'm happy with how everything is. Obviously, and the thing is, like, we're not playing the smoothest and the most fluid football, but the thing is, it's so early on in the season that will get better as the players start to gel more. Like, you think you got a few new additions in there. Do you know what I mean? A few injuries. Like, as the season goes on, it will start to gel even more. Then that fluidity will come. But I think that's the only thing. Like, even Man City game, I didn't think we was going to beat Man City. Honest to God.
I know, mate. That was a beautiful win.
Beautiful win. I didn't see it coming. I thought it was going to get turned over. And the boys, Arteta got the tactics right. Like, Pep came out and said this weekend after the Man United game that basically, like, where they lost to, they lost to us, that they just didn't have the spaces in the places that they thought there was going to be spaces. So technically, you could see Arteta obviously address some things and got the one over on Pep in this sense. But yeah, man, I'm happy. I'm happy. Like, obviously, I'd like to see, like, the strikers step up a bit. Gabriel and obviously Nketiah got a hat trick this weekend, but yeah.
I mean, he could have got 4 goals as well. I mean, how much more do you want him to step up, Doug?
Yeah, I get it, but it's like, it's inconsistent though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Not getting game time, I always say if Eddie starts, he's going to score goals. But if we sort of look back, he's always having to come on in a game to try and impact, which he does normally make an impact. But, if you think about when you're playing football, and the team need a goal and, someone, you might get subbed on to, just hit the ground running straight away. Yeah. Sometimes it'd be quite difficult. Do you think fans are a little bit too harsh on Eddie?
Not really. I think, like, at this level where it's like with Arsenal and the way that they're pushing is that they're talking about title contenders. They're talking about winning the league. I think Arteta has even said it when he signed Willian, he wanted to win the Champions League in 3 years. So that just shows his ambition. He's on, like, he's ambitious, isn't it? The team, the squad, the whole club, we all are ambitious in that sense, yeah? So we need a striker that's going to lead us to the promised land. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like unless he has a breakout season, yeah, that, like, where, like, he has to, in order for me to feel comfortable as Nketiah as the lead man at Arsenal, right? He's got to have one of them seasons like what Suarez had at Liverpool when he was kissing his hand every minute he scored a goal and was running off into the corner doing all of that. I need that from Nketiah. I don't need a hat trick against Sheffield United and then you're pressing really well against Liverpool or whatever and not turning up with a goal. You need to be banging hat tricks against the likes of the Fulhams, the Sheffield Wednesdays, the Burnleys. That's standard. You need a brace or a hat trick minimum. Do you get what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Or at least a 1 goal. Then I'll be comfortable.
So last season, we saw Eddie Nketiah step in when Jesus went out injured. And he was scoring goals against some of the big guys as well. This season, it's sort of like a repeat. Jesus is injured. Eddie steps up and he scores goals. If he continuously gets that game time, so it's like, right, Eddie's our number 14 now. Eddie is starting games. Do you think he can be that striker? And with that consistently starting games, that faith and that trust and that belief in him, do you think he can deliver to the standards and the expectations that you have?
Yeah, I would love to think he can. Like, I would love that. Like, put it this way, if Eddie was to get prolific, start banging in goals for Arsenal and doing the madness. Basically, what I did like is the 3rd goal that he scored was a glimpse in it. Like, he's got that range because I think to be that kind of striker, yes, it's always good being a fox in the box but you're not always going to get those chances. You've got to be able to run in behind, finish it one-on-one with the keeper, shoot from range. like all of that. So he showed us that a confidence Eddie's willing to shoot from anywhere. So I did like that. And I think if he does become that guy and he gets that, I'll love him to be that guy. But if he's had moments, he's still young. But I think the problem with it is that in this squad, I don't think you've got the time now. Like, I don't think you've got the time to kind of, you know, like when we was 8th and, you know, trust the process and like building this squad. Yes, you got the time. The expectation went from here to here after last season. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we can't like finish second, be top of the league all season, and then drop out of top 4 this season. Like, the aim is to always progress and get better. So if he doesn't have like at least a 15 goal season this season, 10 goals this season in the Prem, then what's the point? You know what I mean?
Any other players, that you sort of have your eye on?
Me?
I know you was eyeing up Harry Kane, which I didn't.
But look what I'm saying though. Harry Kane's gone to a proper team and he is doing a madness at Bayern Munich.
How many goals is he on? I think he's in double figures, ain't he?
Double figures. He's scoring ridiculous goals. And the wickedest thing is he's doing all types of goals, not just like your average little, like, you know, tap-ins, and he's scoring from halfway line. He did Beckham from the halfway line just the other day on the weekend, like halfway line, chip the keeper. He's scoring all types of goals. He's scoring in Champions League. He's doing it all. He's doing it all. So yeah, if we'd got Kane, we'd be like where we are, unbeaten in the league. But trust me, we would be top.
Are you a bit gutted then that he didn't come to Arsenal and he's gone over there?
Yeah, no, but like, I don't know. I was just like saying it because I just felt like he'd be the ultimate striker. I wasn't like, my heart weren't set on it, but it's like I felt like, just like how we all thought, like, you know, Haaland would be the perfect striker for us. Do you get what I mean? Like, Harry Kane, in my eyes, would have been the perfect striker. Like, I just think, like, right now, if we was to go and get like a Victor Osimhen, I think there's a few other strikers. I think even Stuttgart's got a striker. Can't remember his name. But he's like in double figures, I think, already as well. African striker. I just feel like we just need someone that's prolific in it. We need
been linked to Ivan Toney. Is that a striker who you think will sort of fit what we do?
Yeah, I think so. For physicality, but Ivan Toney's not really like a prolific goal scorer, innit? He scores goals, but he scores a lot of penalties. But the thing is, the physicality in it, I think that the ball will stick. Like, we go long, or once the ball goes into him, he's physical, he's young, he's fast, and he can score goals. He was pivotal in like Brentford getting promoted to the Premier League in the first place, so we know he can score goals in it. So yeah, I wouldn't mind Ivan Toney, but I think like that's what everyone's saying, Ivan Toney, like to the point that it's like, it almost gets to the point like when everyone was screaming Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah,
you know that? Yeah.
I wasn't screaming for him. I was like, he don't excite me.
He don't excite me. So the Ivan Toney thing for me is like, has he got another gear to go up? That is the thing. It's like, I think whoever comes in and runs the line for Arsenal if we're gonna talk about being there for a moment, like dominating football and having that squad, you need an Aguero, you need a Suarez, you need a guy that's gonna come and give you 20 plus goals a season, that a prolific goal scorer, and that is the hard thing finding that, innit? And I believe that Nketiah and Jesus have the capability of being those guys? Yes. But as it looks right now, we're struggling for goals in the striker position. Do you get me?
Yeah. Well, I think Eddie proved it to us this season, and again, he's, stepped in again. I want to see him get a consistent run of games now, and I think he can, really show us something, because we've seen how much he's stepped up a level and everything. So I want him to keep in that run of games and then, see. I mean, he's been given that full team for a reason, so that'd be good to see, if he gets a consistent run of starts, to see what he does. But also, I do feel like we need to bring someone else in, because obviously we're in Champions League. other cup games. So, you know, if Jesus is out and it's just Eddie, and, you know, if we need that other striker, it'd be good to have another option also. So,
bring in
you know,
someone that's world class. Like I personally, Vlahovic, I was like big striker. Like, you know, I feel we need that presence, but I just think Victor Osimhen, we know he's prolific. We know he can score goals. We know he's got pace. We know he can do it all. Like, I feel like he's someone that would come into the Premier League and just do a mad thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it'd be interesting to see what happens in January transfer window. As we know, it's not even that far. I mean, you know, we're entering into November already. This year has gone so quickly. You know, transfer window will be here again very soon. Big up to everyone who is joining us on the stream. It's so lovely to be joined by you all. Ozan is saying we already know Char prefers Vlahovic. Well, if I'm I don't know where Ozan got that from, because if I'm completely honest, I was actually saying, you know, Ivan Toney. I've been saying Ivan Toney for a few years, so.
Yeah, but I only know you to say that you want that you want Haaland. That's the only person I know you to say that. That's the only person I know you to say you want, you know, is Haaland.
A girl can dream, you know. I was calling out for Haaland. I'm not even gonna lie, Doug. I was so sure. I was like, yeah, like he's coming to Arsenal. I truly believe he was gonna come. I was the same. I know. I imagine he did though. That would have just been an absolute madness.
You know how embarrassing that was, though, that whole thing, because not even that it was embarrassing to. I felt stupid. I felt stupid because it's like when the whole Man City thing went through, and I was like, of course he's gonna go Man City. Why would he come to Arsenal? Do you know what I mean? But for a moment in time, we had hope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I even got that photo of him in his little Arsenal kit when he was a kid. I was so convinced.
Yeah. But you know what? I think the history of Man City's dad, Man United, all of that, he had to go and do what he needed to do in it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes there's just that sentimental value, you know, sometimes that sort of gets in the way of, you know, these decisions as well. So if it weren't for that, I'm sure he would come to the best club, Arsenal.
Come on.
Yeah, Doug, I really want to know your opinion as well, because obviously there's been so much speculation over our goalkeepers. You know, David Raya, Aaron Ramsdale, and it doesn't really seem like we have a number one. You know, we believed Aaron Ramsdale to be our number one keeper. However, since that has come in, it's almost as if, you know, he's sort of taken that shine. And I thought, oh, okay, maybe he's just coming in for a couple of games and then we'll revert back to Aaron Ramsdale. But by the looks of it, it seems like David Raya is much more preferred over Ramsdale. What is your whole take on this situation?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I get it, because for me, I've been saying it. The end of last season, Liverpool, West Ham game, like all of them games leading up to the end of the season, Ramsdale was doing a madness. Like, in terms of not great, like not a madness like he was doing. He was making mad saves, but he was doing wild stuff. Like, just panicky, very like it was concerning me. Do you get what I mean? So I get, if that's how I felt, Arteta probably felt the same. Like, he most really saw the back end of that season and felt like if he had a better goalkeeper, a more assured goalkeeper, a more safer goalkeeper, you never know, we could have brought the title home, because different goalkeepers do different things in different like moments. Like, you look at Edison and you look at Alisson, in the moments when Liverpool are at their best, those keepers make the least mistakes. They're very assured. You know what I mean? Yeah, they do have the odd moments, but most of the time you can guarantee that they're going to be, you know, 100%. I don't get that with Ramsdale. Soon as, you know, I've always said Ramsdale's the one that triggers the wobble in Gabriel. You know what I mean? That Ramsdale will start doing some mad stuff, and then it will just rub off on Gabriel, and then before you know, Gabriel gives away a penalty, or he gets himself sent off, and that or he gives the ball away, and that was all stem off of Ramsdale. So I get why he's brought Raya in. I think it's a bit ruthless how he's done it, but I get it. Raya to me though, at the minute, isn't giving me any much joy. Like he can catch the ball, which is lovely, which you'd expect from a keeper, but it's not like he's coming like how when Ramsdale came in, the difference you could see in Ramsdale. We just went on this run of clean sheets. He was, the levels you could see that he was better than Leno. With Raya, I don't feel like Raya's coming in. I think he's better. I'm almost like, all right, bring Ramsdale back in.
Yeah. And as Ozan saying, guys, get active in the comments as well. That's your views on this goalkeeping situation. Aaron Ramsdale, David Raya. Who do you prefer in goal? How do you feel about this whole situation? Get active in the comments. Let us know. So Ozan is saying Raya did to Ramsdale like what Ramsdale did to Leno. It was a similar situation where it's like, all right, well, Ramsdale came, Leno was dropped, Ramsdale straight in. Now it seems like it's the same situation, with David Raya is what Ozan is saying. Carry on.
Yeah, no, it is a similar situation, but Raya's just not as good as how it's not like the impact Ramsdale had was just such a greater impact when he took Leno's spot. Whereas Raya, everyone's like, how do you feel like about it? Are you convinced of Raya? Do you feel like we've done ourselves, like we've actually had a touch signing him on loan, knowing that we can give him back in a way, innit? Do you know what I mean? How do you feel about it?
Do you know what? I do like David Raya. And when we was looking for a goalkeeper before, I did actually say David Raya because I think he is a really good keeper. And when we did sign him, I thought, do you know what? There's no off on levels. I felt like it was literally a 50-50 split in terms of how good both keepers are. I do feel like they have different strengths. So I think Ramsdale is a bit more better at playing out from the back, whereas Raya can just pick out a long pass. And he's quite precise and accurate with that long pass. So I think they've got different strengths. There has been moments in the game recently where David Raya makes me nervous. Like when he's trying to play out from the back, I am sitting there like, what are you doing? Like, and you can see, like in the Man City game, you can see the nerves were sort of getting to him. So what I wanted to understand, is it just a case of, because when he first signed for us and he was playing, he was just amazing, spot on, perfect.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Pretty much. Yeah, but then you sort of saw that drop, and I don't know if it's because the pressure's getting, the intensity's kicking in. There's every week the talk is David Raya and Ramsdale, so I don't know if that plays a part.
Oh, 100%.
It's a combination of everything.
Yeah, no, it must do, because it's like he's not just been able to slide in, like I think also because he wasn't everyone's first choice. But then Ramsdale had the same situation. When Ramsdale come in, half of the fan base was split on Ramsdale. So, a lot of people's like, we've overpaid, this, that. I think some people got the Raya thing, but yeah, he's very nervous. He's He's made a few mistakes. And look, like even like Omni Concepts is saying there isn't a great deal of difference between the two keepers. Like, and I feel the same. If anything, Ramsdale. But you know what? Raya did make a tremendous save against. Was it against Man United? Was it when he dug it out? He made a fantastic save. So he has made the odd two good saves, but I'm not convinced, man. I don't know. I might need to see more, or he might need time. You think sometimes it's Arsenal. A lot of players come to a club like Arsenal, and it's hard to just play your best football. You're nervous the moment. Look at what was the one that we just sold to Nottingham Forest? Forgotten him already.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've forgotten his name as well. That's so bad.
That is so bad.
He just had a baby.
Yeah.
How can we forget our people's name? American International. Tell us his name.
Yeah, forget him. It's all done. We forget him. We don't know. We don't care. Yeah, he's gone. We don't care. He's gone. Yeah.
I still care.
Oh, you still care? You don't care. Don't lie. You don't.
Obviously, he's not the forefront of my attention.
Yeah. But like him, he come in. He just wasn't good enough. He just weren't good enough. And remember, he's an Arsenal fan. So sometimes people get to like their dream club, their dream move at Matt Turner.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, Matt Turner, yeah. And like, yeah, he just weren't good enough. And some players ain't like, so it's hard, man. Coming to these big clubs like an Arsenal, Man United, well, not Man United, not a big club anymore, but you come into like an Arsenal or a Man City, a Liverpool. Yeah, it's hard, man. You know what I mean? Like to play your best football and like feel like you belong there, you know?
Exactly. It takes that bit of time to settle in. I'll name this account later says Ramsdale and Raya are both average goalkeepers. Emi Martinez should never have been sold. Emi is much better than Raya and Ramsdale. What is your view on that?
No, Emi, I don't know. Emi Martinez at the time, I felt like should have been number one. I felt like he should have been number one choice at the time. When if you was to compare him between the two of Leno and I felt like Leno should have gone. But I don't know. I think Ramsdale is on par with Emi Martinez. But the only thing with Martinez, I would say, is he saves penalties. He's a very good penalty shot stopper. You know, he's a very good penalty shot stopper, and he does make some good saves. But yeah, I don't know. I think they're all in the same sort of like, you know what I mean, in the same sort of category. I don't feel like any of them are much better than the other. Do you know what I mean?
So, yeah, it was quite emotional when he left as well. I can't lie, I was really upset.
Yeah. But then his attitude, man, after leaving and like how he's carried on made me just feel like, yeah, mate, go. Like I would never.
I know, like he's not, who is he?
Yeah, like he's a hater. Like just get over it, bro. Like, yeah, get over it. Like, listen, you weren't good enough. They didn't want to keep you. But every minute you're chatting about Arsenal, Aston Villa would lose 4-1, and you'd be like, yeah, but you know, when I was at Arsenal, get out of here, man. No one cares, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Oh, mate, he is, yeah, something else. Do you remember Austin Trusty as well? Yes, I do remember him. He's also at Nottingham Forest. No, he's at Sheffield United, sorry.
Yeah, Sheffield United. Didn't you see the way that Nketiah turned him inside out? He was giving him.
I know,
and I feel like this is why I feel like we have to see what Nketiah does after this, because he was playing up against Trusty. You got to think he's played with Trusty week in, week out at training. He knows him. He knows him inside out. So he's always there might have always been that air of confidence that I'm going to get one over on you today. Like there might have been a bet. Who knows? They might have had an argument. They might not even been friends. You know what I mean? So we don't even know. So that there was that familiarity in it. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you look at all the goals, it was him and Trusty. Trusty pushed him for the first goal. In pushing him, it meant that Trusty couldn't see where he was. That match of the day highlighted that. So he pushed Nketiah out of the way. He couldn't see where it was. Then he ended up getting the ball. He's in behind him. He scored the second goal. Trusty's all over the floor. Then the third goal, Trusty drops off. So let's see in the next game who we got next. Who we got?
We've got West Ham in the Carabao Cup on Wednesday.
Oh, this on Wednesday, yeah. So we'll see how he gets on Wednesday if he plays. I'm sure he most probably will go with Nketiah on Wednesday. I reckon we'll go with a semi-strong team for that game. But I don't feel like it'll be our starting lineup. But I reckon it'll be still a strong side.
Yeah. Another comment here from Ekim. I think Raya is ironically much calmer than Ramsdale, even when he's not playing well. If he can survive this pressure, he'll be top quality, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. No, he will. No, he will.
Yeah.
He will. Like, I think he will.
I mean, even though you can see, okay, there's moments where he's not looking as confident, he doesn't panic. And I think that's what makes me nervous, because he's so calm and collected, whereas you're like, mate, he's playing out from the back.
Yeah.
Thing right now, like, he's just like calm with it, like what Ekim's saying.
Yeah. But then the thing is, Ramsdale would make you like I feel sick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When Ramsdale does some of his madness, when Ramsdale does some of his madness, I feel sick. Like I don't know what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? You don't know what he's going to do next, and he kicks out. Then he has this like mad panic run across his goal. He's just very panicky. Just gives me anxiety. So if Raya can come in and be the much calmer head and cool it down and make the odd mistake, like keepers are going to make mistakes. It's Premier League, like you're playing against the best of the best in it. Do you know what I mean? But if he can narrow down the mistakes, or even if he makes mistakes, but we get away with it, they're not costly mistakes. Do you know what I mean? Then I can live with that.
In that last game, we got away with a little mistake. We passed the ball. Was it the last one? And he passed it to the opposition. and he managed to just about redeem himself. I think one of the defenders.
Yes.
Was it the Sheffield United game, or was it the one prior to that?
I think it was the one prior to that. Was it the one prior? It might have been Sheffield United. It might have been Sheffield United that he did the mistake. Because who did we play before? Or was it Champions League? It might have been
the Champions League.
Yeah, it might have been Sevilla. Yeah, it might have been Seville or Sevilla. Yeah, no, wicked. You know what? Even our Champions League form is like, I'm impressed with it as well at the minute. Like,
I know.
Been a long time. I ain't been at the stadium to hear the music yet, but I will be there at some point this season. You know what I'm saying?
Soon. So obviously in that game against Sheffield United, got a lot of rotation. I mean, when I saw the starting 11, I was like, oh my God, I know it's Sheffield United, but sometimes you don't want to sort of disrespect. And I thought, you know, this better, you know, come off well, because there's been a lot of change to the side. I personally don't like too many changes at one time. I don't mind a few, but you know, there was a lot of rotation. What do you think Arteta's going to do in this game coming up against West Ham? Do you think he's going to sort of stick with the last team, revert back to the sort of known 11, obviously with the likes of Eddie and Nketiah coming, Foz, Jesus, or do you think he's going to rotate heavily again? What's your thoughts on that?
I think heavy rotation. I think Ramsdale will come in. I reckon he rested Gabriel because he's going to bring Gabriel in, and then he's going to play Saliba, rest Saliba, and maybe play Quinoa with Gabriel. I feel like
Quinoa? Who is Quinoa? Are you hungry, Doug?
Yeah, I am. No, I reckon he's going to rest. I don't know. This is the thing. You can never. I can talk like I know everything and what I would do, but you can never tell what Arteta's going to do. I would expect, because it's the Carabao Cup, to rest he's going to rest everyone. I feel like he'll switch it up a bit. So Trossard will come in, Havertz might start, but then Havertz may not start. He might bring in Vieira, Odegaard, because I feel like the Sheffield game, was a bit of a like fix up kind of to the players that he dropped. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, yeah, like vegan canola, you know, quinoa. But you know what? I said it wrong, innit? Canola, you know, what the hell?
I know. I don't know where you're going now, Doug.
No, bless.
Our defenders, Kiviar. Doug means Kiviar.
Kiviar, that's it, canola. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. Like he might, like, even because Odegaard's been a shockingly bad. Odegaard's been bad, so he needed to get dropped. So I understand him dropping Odegaard. Obviously, who was playing? He dropped Odegaard. He started Smith Rowe and he started Havertz, yeah, and dropped Jorginho. I like Jorginho, but like, he's not got the legs in it. Let's just face it. He don't set my heart alight. Like, when I see him in the lineup, I know he did well against City, and obviously we got the win against City. But I feel like the win or the goal came after changes. Do you know what I mean? Like, players got taken off. They had to change up the team, and then we pushed on from there. So he was good for the first 60 minutes, 70 minutes, but he had to come off. Nah, I don't know. Like, and then obviously Gabriel's injured again, so Jesus had to start. But yeah, I think changes are needed. I like the rotation. We've got the players, rotate them. Like, you ain't got to do too much, but you got to keep everyone involved, keep everyone like bought into what's going on in it. So every now and then it's nice to, Smith Rowe got to play a full 90. I think he played the whole game. Do you know, it's nice for him, Premier League. Like, you want to keep everyone invested. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm happy. I don't mind the rotation. Rotate, man.
Yeah. I mean, what did surprise me in that Sheffield United game as well, Zinchenko, I feel like Tomiyasu had an amazing performance in the game prior, but then Zinchenko was brought back. What do you think he's going to do tomorrow? Who do you think will start? And congratulations to Tomiyasu as well. He got his first Arsenal goal, and it was his 50th appearance. I mean, that game was just so special with Eddie getting the hat-trick. He could have got the fourth goal, but he handed the ball to Vieira. Tomiyasu, go. Vieira, who's got he's just had the baby, actually. They've got a new arrival, him and his wife. You know, he managed to get a goal. It was quite an emotional game, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it was. And you know what? It was a good response, seeing as Tottenham played the day before and they went 5 points clear. Do you know what I mean? So it was the perfect response it needed to kind of like cement that we're here and that we're in this title race. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And we're not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was the perfect response, and everyone, you could tell the football's flowing. Everyone's enjoying it. They're getting into it. You know, then players that you think maybe should be dropped, and they're together in it. There's no animosity in that team. There's togetherness. So I loved it. You know, and we're gonna need all of that. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need the heavy rotation, togetherness if we want to win the league this season. Now, I'm not worried about Tottenham, and I don't know if that might come back to bite us later on in the season. But the reason why I'm not worried, because I feel like yes, they're playing well, but they're similar to how we was last season. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I reckon they're gonna, as soon as they lose a game and they have a wobble, I don't feel like it will be so easy for them to get back on track, because that team isn't built around success in it. They're not built around winning. They don't really know. Like, the manager's good, but I just think that and what they're doing is good, but I think they're gonna get stuck at some point. Maddison gets injured. You know, it's gonna be like, they have a wobble. I just feel like it starts to get more serious. They're third in the table, second, or even if they're still top, I reckon they're just gonna that wobble's gonna come in, man. The nerves are gonna kick in at some point.
As Ozan is saying, Char and Doug, when do you think the Tottenham bubble will burst? December, January? So what are you going for then? In January?
No, I reckon later than that.
Okay.
I reckon it might go on. The thing with Tottenham, and why I reckon the thing with Tottenham is that, like they're the best, like they're doing well. And the thing is, until other teams start to step up a bit and start to play a bit better, this can go on for a bit, because you always find the bottom half of the table teams, they're not competing at a high, like, you expect Tottenham to go to Bournemouth, Burnley, Forest, Nottingham Forest, all those teams and pick up points. It's the games when they come up against Liverpool and Newcastle and Brighton, and those games are the games where they need to drop points. If they don't drop points in those games, then they can continue being in form like it was for us, that we was picking up points against those teams. That's what kept us top. It weren't until later on in the season where, the draw West Ham, and, because we could have got away with the draw with Liverpool, but then, Brighton at home was the final nail in the coffin. Do you get what I mean? Like, so if they win those games, then who's telling where Tottenham can go? But yeah, you just need one of them lesser teams to wobble them, or give them a hard game or whatever, and an injury kicks in, and then we'll see what happens to them there.
Yeah, exactly. I must say, I think they've got a good manager in Ange. And I must say, I'm not even going to lie, but I'm like, mate, them being top of the table, like, why are they winning all these games? I can't lie, I've been a bit of a hater.
How are you? I'm not. I've tried not to be. No, I don't hate.
I'm winning.
Yeah, no, I don't hate, because you know what? It's not.
Well, not hating. Yeah, not hating as in that, because we're unbeaten in the league.
Yeah.
And I think the same amount of points. No, they're a few points there of us, ain't they? But yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to see them win.
Have been nice. They've had a nice run of fixtures. Like, their run of fixtures has been like how our run of fixtures are. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, they've had a smooth run of fixtures, that easy games early on in the season where teams are trying to find form. They're trying to, you start to see where everyone's going to be at or thereabouts. That when it starts getting into the business and then teams start to pick up and they start knocking points off, that they could go to Brighton and lose. Well, Brighton, I don't know. Brighton ain't been that great. I think Europa's mashing Brighton up, but they could go to Newcastle away, come unstuck. Like, they just about won at Luton. Do you know what I mean? Luton was pressing them, but they got the goal. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens with these. But
I'm hoping after Christmas they'll just drop off.
Yeah.
After Christmas, start the new year, go back to where you belong.
Yeah. Or the doubt starts to creep in. Like, the mistakes. Romelu, Romeo, or what's the centre back? We know he's got a temperament, get him like he picks up a suspension, you know what I mean? Emerson
Yeah.
Royal does some dumb stuff or whatever, and Madison gets injured. I'm not wishing injury on Madison, but because he is the link, and you know what I say, I don't even know that Madison most probably is the signing of the season so far. That at 40 million, I don't
What
know.
about Declan Rice? What about Declan?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, my boy Decky. But what I mean is in terms of where that team was at, like Declan's come in, slotted in, and shown his class. Declan's worth the 100 million, every penny of it. Like from what he's done, more. Even if he had just scored the goal against Man United in the Man United game, would have been for the season. I would have been happy with that. Like he's just doing amazing stuff. But in terms of a player going into a side, sorry, that was like that not great, a great side and actually being the difference.
Yeah.
Anderson's gone into Tottenham and been the difference. And I think that, you know, I like Havertz and we spent a lot of money on Havertz and that, and I do like Havertz, but I felt like I wouldn't have minded seeing an Odegaard Madison midfield with Rice behind them two would be crazy. Do you get what I'm saying? But especially at 40 million, that was like next to nothing. We should have just pulled him in just for the sake of it. Do you get what I mean? But
you know, Madison over Odegaard.
Yeah, because at the time I remember everyone was arguing, saying the fact that who would you rather, Madison or Odegaard. A lot of people was getting onto Madison, especially because Madison had. Someone showed me this stat the other day actually that Madison had something like 10 goals and 8 assists last season in a relegation form Leicester, and I was like, wow, that's not bad numbers considering. I think Odegaard got something like 15 goals or something assists or 10 goals and 15 assists or something like that. It was like the stats weren't far off each other. Sorry. So yeah, like so that was interesting. So it just shows the level is there, innit? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, no, I must say, he has definitely. I noticed straight away as soon as he went over to Tottenham. You know, you just saw the levels go up so much, and you know, you kind of, oh, okay, they haven't got Kane. You know, if Kane was there, you know, what would it be like then? But yeah, no, he has been a great addition for them.
Yeah, Kane, without Kane being there, it turns them more into a side. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Than actually based around one man, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit different. Ekim is saying, what's you guys' thoughts on Partey possibly leaving in January? I mean, wouldn't be happy, but then again, I'd understand if the club is like, you can't be getting 200 bags and you're always in the hospital. Why are you laughing?
Yeah, it's true. My man's always in hospital, man.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love Thomas Partey. And I mean, even when there was, you know, thoughts about him leaving this transfer window, I was gutted. I was thinking, no, Thomas Partey is not going nowhere. I personally don't want to see him leave. In terms of the injuries, you know, you don't want your players getting injured and everything. So yeah, I want to see Partey go. I really like him. What's your take? I want you to say.
I like Partey, and if you actually look at like Partey's like, you know, like even his form list of like the games he's had for Arsenal, he's had far more good games than he's had bad games. Do you know what I mean? He's been the difference. Like I remember the season he came, the first season it was a bit whatever because we finished 5th, I think, that season, and it was a bit mad. But even last season in the title push, you could see the games where he was missing how hard it was for us. Do you know what I mean? And then when he came back, I think when towards the end of the season, he kind of dropped off. But we could understand the quality that is there in it. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think it would be a big loss. Like, I wouldn't want to see Partey go. But the injuries now, he keeps on getting injured. Like, bro, like stop going with your national team. That's why we have to. What team do you know that has to send a physio with man to go where man needs to go? You get what I'm saying? Like, on international break, we're sending physios with him. Nah, man, like just stop international. Ghana are dead anyway. They're rubbish. Yeah, I love all my Ghanaians. I love you, man, but your national team's dead. It's rubbish. Just party, stay at home, chill, get one of them cryo chamber things in your yard and just sit in that for the whole of international break and just come back fresh. Because the brother just keeps on getting injured, man. And I think
I know.
And that's the thing that annoys me is the fact that with all these injuries is why I'd want to sell him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he keeps on getting injured. Like, I feel like Arteta's trying to hold him so that he can get the most out of him later on in the season. And even then, he gets injured with the last kick of the ball in training. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, how does that even work? Do you know what I mean, Char?
Yeah. I know, and it is frustrating and everything. I mean, I think they've done the right thing by sending the physio with him, to take care of him while he's out there on international duty. But as much as, it's a good thing to be playing for your country, I kind of feel like, oh man, they don't really have to play. Like, I don't want them to play like Saka, for example. Like, he is world class, but when he's got to go and play like in a friendly and then he's having to play like so many minutes for England in a friendly, it's like, well, I'd rather him, just rest in this time because he's got a lot to do for, his club.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that international one. I mean, it's nice to, get capped for your country, but on the other hand, you're like, can we just protect you?
Yeah. Can we just protect him? And I think Arteta has, but it's like, it must be frustrating for Arteta because people are saying, why is he not playing Partey? But you can see if he doesn't have to play him, he won't. Because you'd rather save him for later on. Like, you think Partey is going to be pivotal. Let's say we get through to the last 16 of the Champions League, or we're in a title race and it's getting down to later in the season. That's when you want Partey. You don't really, obviously you want to play him now, but we don't really need him now. The team's winning. They're doing whatever. We're getting it. It's the clutch time of the season when you need man there, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that's what, but he can't even hold him back for that. He goes and gets himself injured. Do you get me? So I don't know.
Exactly. Annoying.
But then if, let's say we was to sell Partey, who do we go and get?
Exactly. I don't even want to think about it. Like, who is on Partey's level or above?
But you know what? They don't want to sell him. I'd say go and get Nigel de Jong.
Really?
From Barcelona, yeah. Not necessarily on Partey's level, but I think him with Decky and Odegaard or an attacking midfielder in that middle there. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh man, I just want Partey to go, and James is with me on that one. We need to keep Partey.
Yeah, we do, James.
Some more injury prevention is,
but it's always the same. My thing is the injuries, though. That's what annoys me more than anything. It's the injuries. He's always injured, and that is the frustration. And it seems to be the same players: Zinchenko, Partey, Gabriel.
Yeah,
like, I feel like they're doing it, and then they're going like Ibiza together or something. Like, I feel like they're up to something. It don't make sense.
Yeah,
like, yeah. Hey, what you man? It's that time of the year. We say Vegas, say no more. Have man rolling around on the Sunday on the floor and that. Like, what's going on, bro? Get yourself up, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's always the same stuff, man. Same players.
Literally, it's a repeat of last season, ain't it? Jesus out. Partey out.
And I love Jesus, don't get me wrong, but I can see why City let him go.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I can see it. Like, he has flashes of magic and he is great and you can see he's trying hard, but you can see he's not the guy that you base your team around, innit? Like, you can't. Yeah. Do you get me? And the injuries alone, I wouldn't mind if he wasn't getting injured and we had him as an option. But the injuries with Gabriel and Partey makes me feel like we have to honestly go out and look for alternatives. Yeah.
Tyrone is saying, something similar. I like Partey, but it's his injuries. Which is annoying. I'm loving James Patterson's energy. Good evening, Charlene. We are going to win the league.
Come on.
Don't get us decide on that. It's quite early, but
Listen, I've learned from last season. All right, I'm not doing no win the league, spinning my scarf around. I'm just waiting. I'm being humble, not humble. I'm just being patient. I'm seeing what we do. But I would love us to win the league this season, mate. I would love it.
I know. How long are you going to be patient for, Doug?
Until we're 10 points clear.
But we've been 11 points clear.
I know, but even then, the 11 points clear didn't feel safe. Like, see, the thing
well,
is,
you're never safe in football, boy.
You're never safe, but you're never safe with City. I think 11 points clear. We had Man United chasing us, or Tottenham, or Liverpool. You might be like, okay, but Man City, they beat us in the FA Cup and then went on a run that they never lost no games. They didn't lose a single game.
Yeah,
crazy. That is madness. Like, I can't even think of a game that they lost. I think they later in the end of the season, I think they went on. I think they draw against Brighton, or they did drop some points towards the end, but the league was already won. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They already was ahead. They knew they were gonna win it. They now their minds on Champions League or whatever else they got going on now. Do you know?
Exactly. Well, we managed to beat them. That was such an important win. Like, we needed to beat them. That's what we needed to do last season as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think what it does for the team is just, certain teams. It wasn't until like we beat Liverpool that we kind of shook that curse off of knowing that we can beat them. And I think that so when we even went to Anfield, there was no fear. That's why we went 2-0 up. Then as soon as what's the word? As soon as they scored the first goal, that's when the panic set in. So I think if we can, now going to the Etihad, they're gonna be cautious. They're gonna, you know what I mean? They're gonna watch out for us, knowing that these guys can do something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But yeah, man, we just need to just keep doing what we do. James is feeling really confident. We are going to win the FA Cup, Championship League, and everything. We're doing everything this season.
Too many of them Budweisers there, James. Too many. But I'm with you though, fam. I'm with you, but you might need to put that bottle down, I think, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, it's only Monday.
It's only Monday, and you know where it is. Yeah, like, I'd love it. Like, obviously, Arsenal got the capability to do it. It's like, but there's going to be so many factors. The next signing, January transfer window is going to be pivotal.
Yeah. What are you drinking? Is that water?
Agua.
Is that water?
Yeah, with a little hint of vodka. That's water. It's water.
Oh, okay.
I'm being good, Char.
That's really good. I like to hear that.
Saying that while I'll just take a slice of this Domino's pizza.
Have you got pizza there?
No, I haven't. Oh.
Normally, you've always got exciting food for after these streams. Like, it's normally Caribbean. No, it's actually before, isn't it? You have your rice and peas.
Yeah, normally eating a little something beforehand, but I'm not eating yet, so I'm gonna eat after the stream. I'm gonna have a little something, but I had some like curry goat, so that in the freezer, so I defrosted that earlier, so I'm gonna have that. Come on.
Well, listen, if you guys didn't know, Doug is some big cook out here. I see his videos, like he is chefing it up with stew chicken, curry chicken. As you just heard, he's got curry goat. Like, Doug's got it going on. And I see, literally sent me a video of when he seasoned up his chicken, and when you can like literally smell the flavors through the phone. I was like,
I told him, come on, we season it up, we cooking it up, B.
Yeah, literally. And then I think I saw a video of you like actually cooking it as well. And I'm like, when you're watching it, you're like, my mouth is watering. Like, I can eat that right now.
You know what? You know the settings. We're always eating good out here, B. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, mate, you're making me hungry now. I could do it for a bit of rice and peas.
Right, you don't eat a lot, Char. Stop playing.
I like to have my moments where I'm like, I need a good solid meal.
Yeah. But to be fair, you're always like really good with what you eat, isn't it?
Yeah, I try to keep it simple. So even like in terms, I am from a Caribbean household. So growing up, like I grew up on all the ackee and saltfish, the hard food, like rice and peas, you know, all that seasoning, everything. But then as you get older and you understand nutrition, you realize this isn't good for your blood pressure. So I like to just have that in small quantities. Like it's always in my heart. Like that is my food. I love that type of food. But on a day-to-day basis, I just keep it simple with my seasoning, like salt, pepper, paprika, basil, herbs, proper simplicity. Not all at once, by the way. But yeah, I keep it very simple and very light.
And that is very simple and light. You say,
yeah.
They even a little all-purpose in there, Char. What's going on?
Oh, if I'm pushing the boat out, then I put a bit of all-purpose, Doug.
God damn. God damn.
I cook separate for my kids because they like the flavoursome food, but
yeah. So you can cook flavours, yeah?
Oh, come on. Like, I'm Jamaican.
Yeah, that don't mean that don't make it, you know?
Listen, my nan taught me how to cook.
We need confirmation. You're not just going to throw out the Jamaican card and that gives you a pass. You get what I'm saying?
All right, hear this. I will prove it to you. I will cook for you one day.
Yeah, I say no more.
Listen, I used to cook for my nan. Like, my nan, like, you can't bring her no tasteless food. Like, that needs to have flavor. That needs to be cooked proper, or she ain't eating it like fussy like that. So, and I used to cook for her. So, from my nan can eat my food. That's levels.
All right, say no more. Say no more. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Listen, I've been greating coconut since I was 7 years old. When I used to make rice and peas, I used to grate the coconut and get milk from the coconut. This weren't no tin, no cube thing. I used to grate.
I told them again, Char. I told them again. Walk on, I told them.
Juice the coconut and then make the rice and peas. That's when you get the proper taste of the rice and peas. Yeah?
All right, come on. Say
now.
that.
You can cook.
I see that. You don't touch the nerve there, and in it, I know the non-cooking one. You touch the nerve. He's like, "What? Is he telling me I can't cook? Is he mad? Is he mad?" Hey, Dougie, you know what? I used to grate the coconut. I used to climb up and get myself. I used to climb the coconut tree myself and grab the coconuts.
Me went all the way back a yard, forget the coconut them.
All the way back a yard, forget that. You know what I mean?
Hey sis, Charlotte in the building. Hello, darling. Yeah. I mean, Charlotte's tasted my cooking. Char.
Charlotte in the comments, let me know, can she cook up a little side? I'm not too sure, you get me? I've been hearing these dishes, but you know, I know you'll be able to give the real confirmation. You get me?
Yeah, let them know, Char. I actually made some food for Charlotte the other day, actually. But Charlotte is vegan. So I made a lovely vegan dish. Oh, look, there you go. Cooking is 10 out of 10.
10. All right, say no more. Say no more. All
there
right.
You go.
We'll never question it again now. Never question it.
I'll just prepare a meal for you, Doug. We should do a
please.
come down kind of situation.
Yes, please. Yes,
everyone sort of bring a dish.
Bring a dish.
Yeah. Do you know, I should cook something, you should cook something, and then we should have some judges and see who's the better cook at it, me and you. I like a little challenge.
We'll get Charlotte to judge it, but you know it's vegan.
Vegan, so
then we'd have to then go and research a dish and cook a vegan dish. Do you get what I'm saying? So then that way it's not like we're just cooking what we know, innit? Like it's how you going out there and executing something that you're not used to cooking. We'll prove who the better chef is.
I actually do cook vegan dishes because I have moments where I don't eat meat. So
this is starting to sound like similar to what Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou set up. You know what I mean? A daylight robbery. I'm gonna lose this one. You get me?
Whatever. This ain't no daylight robbery.
Daylight robbery. I know what's gonna happen. We're both gonna cook. You're gonna win. You're gonna be there dancing, cheering around. But it's all one-sided. You get me? They're all on your side.
No, all right, let's make it fair. I'll bring Charlotte as a judge, and you could bring, one of your friends as a judge. How about that?
Yeah. All right, then, sweet. I'll bring my mum. I'll bring my mum. She'll be fair and honest.
Yeah, exactly. I know she will be. But
fair and honest.
Yeah.
she'll
All
be
right. Yeah.
showing
Bring your
me.
mum. There you go. Hey,
Yeah,
settled.
that's it, settled, mate. Any madness, any foolishness, she'll suss out what's going on. You get me? But if I cooked a rubbish dish at the same time, she'll tell me it's crap.
Yeah, good. That's it. Let you know straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, preparation is key. I'm making sure everything is seasoned beforehand.
Yeah. Well, you're only going to be using salt and pepper and paprika, so
I'm being quiet. No, if I'm
really
coming to
use
see
this
it against you, mate. Mate, I'm going all out. I'm going to show you what time it is.
Yeah. All right, say no more, B. Say
Yes.
no more.
I make a really good mac and cheese, by the way.
Do you?
Yes, I
Do you
do.
make it from scratch though, like from the base, like?
Yes,
Or do
well,
you
the
don't
only
know?
thing I don't
Nothing's
do
coming out of a packet. Nothing's coming out
I-
of a packet.
I don't understand the packet macaroni cheese. Like I genuinely don't understand it.
All right, cool. Say no more.
Listen, all my meals I like to cook from scratch, if I'm completely honest.
What's your go-to meal then?
Well, it depends. It depends. If it's like when I'm like, I don't want to have too much salt and everything, then I've got one meal. But if it's my go-to meal, then it's got to be a good, rice and peas, some stew chicken, some steamed veg.
And you're cooking that stuff?
Yes. Why are you even know it? Don't get me wrong, though. I actually like a roast dinner. I make a really good roast as well.
Yeah.
Sounds like
You gotta love a roast. Gotta love a roast. Bit of stuffing as well.
Yeah, I actually fancied a roast dinner today.
Did you make one, or did you not have? You didn't have one.
No, I didn't have a roast dinner today. I had something quite light.
What did you have?
Because I'm running, so I didn't want anything too heavy. I had fish, haddock fish with some sweet potato and some salad.
Yeah, that's light. I don't need 3 plates of that. That's how my needs. Yeah, give me another one. You know what I'm saying?
And another one.
And another one. Yeah, I'm done.
I just wanted to keep it light because when you're running, like you just, I don't like that heavy feeling.
Yeah. That
slows you down a bit.
I rate the running thing. I rate it still. It's not easy.
Yeah, thank you.
No, it's really good. Be proud of that. You know what I'm saying? We're just smashing goals and achieving what we want to achieve in it. You get me?
Exactly. And really pushing yourself out of the comfort zone. Yeah. It's important.
Because how can people run for 2 hours? You know how mad it is? If I had to jog for a bus, how breath I'd be. Huh?
You know what? It's so obviously I've been, running for a number of years, but this is just going for on a weekly basis. It was just normally running that I'd enjoy doing. But I guess when running for a marathon, so I've only done the half marathon, you have to prepare yourself. So when you're training, preparation is key. So, all your strength and conditioning stuff that you're doing in the gym, strengthening your core, that's all important. Then when it comes to the running, like that preparation, you sort of memorize moments. What I like to do is I like to put myself in uncomfortable positions. So if it's raining outside, I'm going to go for a run. It's about overcoming those mental barriers of when your legs are tired and you feel like, I want to stop. No, you keep going. So it's not just the physical battle, it's also the mental battle that you also need to overcome. Yeah. So once you train, exactly. Once you train, then when it comes to race day, then you're already equipped for it because you've done this already in training. You know what it feels like, and then you sort of learn how to pace yourself as well. So a little tip that I'd give is, it's exciting when it's marathon and you want to, you may have a personal best, like time-wise that you want to beat, or a specific time frame you want to do it in. Don't start quick, on the front foot. You're just going to be that quicker. Just pace yourself and build up. I mean, that is how I like to do it. So that's just what you do. And then I guess when you're there as well, the adrenaline gets you going, because I'm not going to lie, I was nervous when I was going to run the half marathon. I was thinking something I've never done before. But then I just sort of remembered, all right, you have ran before, you know how to run, you know what it feels when you're tired. There's days where I'm like, I'm tired, I don't want to do this, but I still do it, you know. So you've already been through those emotions and you've overcome barriers. So you just get on with it. But then you've got like the crowd that are cheering you on. And there's moments, especially when you're getting close to the finish line, where like my legs are sore, like I'm actually tired. And then you look up and they're like, come on, keep going. And then you just get this boost and you're like, yes. And I literally ran the whole time. I didn't stop at all. Like I just kept running, kept going. And then even when I got to the finish line, I was like, oh my God, my first thought was, I've done it. And then I felt like I could have continued and kept going.
Yeah. That's mad, you know. That's crazy.
It's exciting. You get a buzz off it.
You never stopped. You carried on running. You carried on going. You never stopped. Yeah, not even a little like, not even like, you know, like the little stroll up to the water thing just to grab the water off the woman and start running again. You carried on, just kept going.
Yeah, so I ran up, got a bit of, well, the waters you just sort of get on the way as you're running. You just take it. And then when you got to like the 9th mile, or was it the 12th? I can't remember. They've got Lucozade Sport. So yeah, just ran up to them, it was just a little shot, just had a little shot of that and just carried on. I must say, that I need.
Yeah, get that energy boost. I would have used them moments as my time to rest. I would have pulled up to the man like, oh, what you got there? You got any other flavors, mate? You know, like proper chatting. Yeah, we got the flavor. We got the orange, just the orange, yeah. All right, cool. Okay, say no more. I take it easy, yeah.
Oh, actually, let me get another one.
Wait, I'm coming back one sec. Let me take one for the road.
Yeah, but no, it's exciting. And for like 3/4 of the run as well, I ran without any music. I was just sort of soaking in the atmosphere. But then it got to a point where it's like, all right, I want some music now. So I put my music on. Then that just gave me even more of a boost. So I feel like if I'd played my music a bit earlier on, maybe I would have beat my time.
Yeah.
That I actually do, because I'd done it in 2 hours and 13 minutes. Average is normally 2 hours and 3 minutes. So I was really proud of that. And I was surprised, like, oh my God. But yeah, I reckon I could have probably done it, you know, within 2 hours.
No, that's sick. That is sick. And what was you listening to? What gave you the boost? What was in the headphones?
You know what sort of music I like listening to, Doug?
What was you listening to? I want to know. House music, a bit of house music, yeah.
No, it weren't. I had some Bashment. I had some UK artists. Listen, you need something that's gonna get you pumped, like
yeah. A bit of K-trap, K-trap.
Do you want me to name the artist?
No. All right, name your top 3.
Oh, top 3.
That will always down your playlist. Popcorn, yeah.
Cranium. Wait, let me give you top 4. Popcorn, Cranium, Dexter Daps, my icon, DVE. Yeah. Those are my top 4.
So all
but then there's you know, V6. I think his name's Malidon. You know, there's and then
so your top 3 artists are all Bashment.
And D Block Europe.
Yeah, come on.
Like,
throw them in calmly, yeah. Throw them in calmly. Come on, yeah. D Block had to be in there, mate. D Block had to be.
I'll be honest. I just think Young Ads is just so cold. Just all of his lyrics, everything. He's just like he's so good at what he does, and it just gets you like going. Do you know what I mean? Like it's proper that like you know.
Both are very gifted. They're both gifted artists, man.
Exactly. So especially like when I'm in the gym as well, and I just put on those songs, and it's like, yes, I can lift heavier.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you got Dexter Daps, you know, big fan of his. So
yeah, I like a few Bashment. I don't really listen to Bashment like that, but I like the Bashment that's flying out. But I said that, it's like Pretty Hood said I said that on my birthday. I was like, when I spoke to her before, she's like, oh yeah, I was gonna play Bashment. I was like, bro, I don't listen to Bashment. But then after I said to her, what? You're gonna play Bashment? I don't listen to Bashment. That's what I said to her a week before. Then I think on the build up, I was like, no, play Bashment. Do what you wanna do. Then when on my birthday, when she played the Bashment, I was the one on the dance floor, like just dance. So yeah, like
my come one.
That was me. I was all backing it up, doing all sorts. So it's like I say that I don't listen to it, but actually I do like it. It's dope, man. It's dope. I feel like it's got better because there was a moment Bashment kind of lost the plot a bit. Do you know what I mean? It kind of went and the Afro thing took over. You get me? So it's nice that we're back.
And it's catchy as well, and you could just vibe to it, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah. What do you listen to in the gym?
What do I listen to in the gym? I always listen to rap playlists. Like if I'm doing cardio, it's gonna be house music or something like that. Like it'll be something a bit up tempo. But more time I'm listening to K-Trap, Heady One, like D Block. I'm listening to like just rap music, like listening like drill and rap, like a mixture, kind of just like get you in the guy because I push heavy as well, so I can't be listening to no soft. Like no Taylor Swift can't go on when you're trying to match up PBs. You get what I'm saying? It can't work. It can't work. So
impact.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. So I got to listen to stuff that kind of gets me in the mood to push heavyweight, kind of gets you like amped up, not aggressive, but just amped up in the moment, in the feeling of it. Also, yeah, I'm always listening to rap and that and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Get me going, B. You know?
Yeah, literally. Then to slow it down, you know, you finish your workout and it's like, right, I'm going to cool down, I'm going to stretch. I literally go from that to like some Mariah Carey, Aaliyah.
Oh, you stretch into R&B?
Yeah. Like, but you know the slow ones, like Mariah Carey, like this. Touch me, baby.
I knew you was waiting to sing you that.
Needed to get in. Because I actually like
I didn't know you was. I knew this was building up to you singing, you know, because when you was like, "Yeah, you know what? When I'm stretching, I need to slow it down." I was like, "Here we go, here we go." There we come with the vocals. Anyone that watches the show on a regular knows that Char always tries to slip in some form of like vocals at some point. Like, my guy's always trying to sing. Like, what is going on?
It's so funny. Is that why you asked for details about what music I listen to? Because
no. I was being intrigued. But then when you said that you slow it down for stretching, I knew this is where we was going with. I knew this is where we was eventually going to end up. Do you know what I mean? Like try to turn it into a karaoke night. You think I don't know you already?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, we've literally gone from football to food to the gym to training.
Yeah, to training to marathon. But listen, it's been a little. We ain't seen each other and spoken in a while, so you know sometimes you just gotta like catch up on all fronts, innit? Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Let the audience know as well what we get up to in our spare time. Guys, who trains? Who goes to the gym? What music do you listen to? What gets you going? Get involved. Anyone want to come live and sing as well? Might as well turn it into a karaoke show.
Invite people on the show to sing, please, Char. Could you behave? All right. Every minute, like, anyone want to come on live and sing with us?
We might have to start doing that, Doug. We could be the judges. I mean, I don't know who I am to judge anyone singing, but we should actually be the judges and, you know, have guests come on and sing.
You want people to come on and sing? Yeah.
We could actually make.
I feel like we should have people send in talent, like in a sense that, like, if people, like, we could do like a competition. We will think about what the prize would be, but then whoever watches the show, send us in something of a bit of talent. You know what I mean? Whether it be to the DMs, them singing, doing kick-ups, I don't know, something of some form of talent, and we go from there. Not everyone might feel comfortable singing, so we might like you know what I mean? We want to get everyone feeling inclusive in this. You know what I'm saying? So
that's actually a good idea. We can have a different category each week as well. So one week could be singing, one week could be dancing, one week could be kick-up challenge. I think that's a great idea.
That's what I'm saying. So, you know, if anyone's got any ideas, let us know. Hit the DMs. We'll talk about it. We'll hit the DMs. We'll run a little competition, maybe a monthly thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That actually sounds like a good idea. And they could win a prize as well.
Yeah, give away an Arsenal shirt for the even if you don't support Arsenal, you get even if you don't support Arsenal, you get an Arsenal shirt, B. Yeah, with Declan Rice in the back, bro. Yeah, with Declan Rice in the back, bro. You better love that. Yeah.
Oh, mate, that would be jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mate. Oh, it feels so good to be back and to be catching up again.
Yeah, no,
It's
100%.
been such a long time.
It's been a while, but you know, it's
What?
not even like we've not tried. Like everyone's busy in it. Like, so we have been trying to like make it happen for a while since the start of the season, but it's just timing, everyone being in the same place. You know, even I think pre-season, I was traveling, I was here, there, everywhere. We've been busy, you've been doing stuff. So, but it's nice. Like, listen, it might not be weekly and we get it done every week, but it's always nice to be able to do it and catch up and us have these conversations and football and enjoy
100%.
laugh. Yeah, man, it's sick.
That's what it's about. And forfeit, even if they don't get fulfilled.
Oh, wait, listen, agreement. Listen, I fulfilled it. Listen, we're not even going there. We're not even going
No,
there.
you didn't. Are you trying to lie? Fulfilled it when? Where's the evidence?
Fancy dress. I think fancy dress got on my Insta. I think I did something. I put a wig on.
Fancy dress. Fancy dress and forfeit is two different things. What did you dress up as for Halloween? Or
I didn't go out for Halloween this year. I didn't go out this year for Halloween. You know, I've only been to one fancy dress party in my life.
Have you? What, a Halloween one?
No, it wasn't even Halloween. It was my friend's birthday party, and he had a gangster and mole party. So it wasn't even like a fancy dress, but you had to go as a gangster or like moles or whatever party.
What's a mole?
Like, is the lady in it? Gangster and moles is like the women's the name of the back in the day. That's what they used to call the women.
Gangster's wife.
Like a gangster's wife was a mole, I think. Yeah, gangster's a mole. I'll tell you what it means, but I know that's what it means, if you get what I mean.
Okay, yeah. Oh, like rider. I'm your ride or die.
Yeah, like your rider, you get me? So everyone dressed up. So I looked actually quite sick. I had like a 3-piece, like beige kind of suit with the tie and the hat and everything. Yeah, I was looking all right, you know. Yeah,
check you out.
It was serious. Had the fake Tommy gun and all of that. Yeah, it's sick. But that's the only one. That's the only one.
Maybe for your next party, you could do a fancy dress.
You never know. You never know. I might do. I might do a fancy dress on that one point. You know what I'm saying? That'd be sick.
Yeah.
And then it's like no one really does fancy dress outside of Halloween, innit? So you got to kind of. I think if you got to leave that for Halloween, innit?
Well, do you know? I'll be honest. I'm a mum, so whenever it's like kids' birthdays, well, obviously my kids are bigger now, but when it was their birthdays, I'd be dressed up as I've been Snow White, I've been Anna from Frozen. Like I dress up. Yeah.
Yeah. This is like work.
Well, yeah, it's enjoyable because I don't go to Halloween parties. I don't really celebrate Halloween. So yeah, whenever it's the kids' birthday parties or Christmas, I like to just dress up then. Not all the time, but there's been a few occasions.
Yeah.
And anything for a dress up, eh?
Anything for a dress up, you know what I mean? Anything for a fancy dress thing.
Exactly. Get involved with the kids. I'm just a big kid at heart.
Yeah. You be out there trick or treating, trying to get the treats for yourself. Actually, that's a lie because you're not really a sweet tooth person like that, isn't it? Like, so, I can't even run them jokes with you because it'll be like, nah, dog, not really. You be like giving the sweets away, like trying to keep the kids off all the sweetness, innit? Do you get me?
Literally. So I have taken them treating twice. I think I've taken them, and I couldn't believe how much sweets they got. Yeah. So I was just like, obviously you can't eat that all in one go. I think one of them ate so much sweets they actually felt sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, yeah, calm down.
Yeah, that ain't one. We're gonna ration those sweets out to you, bro. Like, you better run them over here. You get me?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, crazy. A lot of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but it's been great catching. What's your expectations for the game coming up midweek, where we're at the London Stadium to West Ham?
I don't know. I think we're away, innit?
Yeah.
I think we win. West Ham haven't been great. West Ham right now, but the thing is, you know, they've won Europa. They've done their bit for their team, innit? Like they won Europa, the UEFA Conference League thing. They've done their bit for their team. So I suppose you can get like they can take the foot off the gas. They ain't really got much to play for. So I'd expect us to go there and turn them over and move on to the next stage. I think I think Arteta can't afford to not take the cup serious. He has to, you know what I mean? He has to take all the cup serious because Arsenal, you know, he's gonna need silverware this season. You know what I mean? And yeah, we go there and get the points, man. I mean, go and get the win. What about yourself? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm feeling confident. Just a bit of background. So West Ham are currently sitting 9th in the table. So behind Manchester United. But actually won 4 games, they've drawn 2 and they've lost 4. So they're sitting on 14 points and Man United are in front of them on 15 points. Then you've got Chelsea sitting in 11th place on 12 points. So in terms of the Prem, they're, you know, sitting sort of middle of the table. But I mean, I guess, you know, we should really go there and get a result. The team is out. Exactly. We should be able to go there and get a win. And it's important that, you know, we stay in these cup competitions and keep progressing on, as well as obviously our main focus will always be the league, but we want to win some silverware. So we go out there, put out a strong performance and get that W.
Yeah, come on, yeah, no, 100%, yeah, and I'll move on to the next day. Like, and I think it's the FA Cup. It's the FA Cup the following weekend, I think. So I'm not sure who we got in the FA Cup first round or if we're even in this round. So I don't know, but pretty sure it's FA Cup. So yeah, it'd be nice. Like, get the win, chill off. If we're not playing in the FA Cup on the weekend, then get some rest and go again. But I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think we got a game. I think I saw it.
We've got Newcastle, I believe.
Is it Newcastle in our first round of the FA Cup? We got Newcastle.
No. Sorry, in the Premier League. So after we play West Ham, we're away to Newcastle on Saturday.
Hard game. Hard game, B.
Like, let's take one game at a time, yeah?
Yeah, let's take one game at a time. We could try to discuss that one, but Newcastle are playing well at the minute. They're doing well. Like, even though they've kind of dropped off, I think Europe's gonna do that to a lot of teams that I ain't got the squad for it. Like your Brightons and your Newcastles are gonna like struggle with Europe in that midweek games. But yeah, they're flying at the minute. Do you get me? Callum Wilson scoring goals. They got David Isak. Like, is it? I think it is David Isak. Yeah, David. Yeah. Like, so they're just, and now that they play Longstaff instead of Tonali in the middle, it's just changed them. They're back to how they was last season. So that's a dangerous game, man. Very dangerous game.
I must say, when I saw Tonali, I was like, wow, this guy looks amazing. But obviously now he's playing. So yeah. Yeah,
because Tonali's sick, but I don't think it's hard because the way that Newcastle play, a player of his ability, he would more be suited coming to somewhere like Arsenal or like a team that's a bit more technically different, like better. But so that's why I get why Shane Longstaff goes back in and he's a lot. They automatically become better. But that is a great signing. Like, their recruitment's been well. They've done really well in terms of their recruitment over there, man. So hopefully we can go there and do them over, man. I'd like that. Go there and bust them up and get the points and keep it moving. We need to.
Yeah, exactly.
Because right now, we've got them like ahead. We can't drop off.
Exactly. We need to be winning our games, you know.
Yes.
I just hate dropping any points. I think that's why we're like that. Like, we get a draw and straight away we just start panicking because it's just like, we can't drop points, you know.
Yeah, we can't, because we know.
As if we're seeking perfection.
But it's not. It's like in almost the top city, you almost have to be perfect.
Yeah, literally.
What did we end the season on? What did we end the season on? Did we end the season on 91 points or 81 points, and City had 85 or something last season?
I think it was only like a few points.
Because it was only 5 points behind them in the end of it. It was 5 points behind them. But I feel it's like, I think it might have been something like we was on 81 and they were on 86. So it could have been we was on 91 and they were on 86. Yeah.
But
that's how that's how much points you've got to bring in to kind of beat City. So you always think if you're dropping a point or you're going to draw, it is detrimental later down the line. Like if you think the games where we drop points, like you think we did incredibly well. We won a lot of games last season, and whatever. But then you think like, was it Burnley away when they didn't draw the lines, or was that Sheffield?
Yeah.
Or was that Brentford?
There was Brentford there was Brentford when I don't know, we got a draw, but we should have got the 3 points, and I was really upset about that because of their error. Yeah, it was the Brentford game actually that they didn't draw the lines.
Yeah, so you think games like this didn't draw the lines at Brentford? All these those little games that you drop those points is what makes the difference. So you can understand why I kind of get why Arsenal fans panic, but we shouldn't panic. Do you get me? I get why we panic, but we got to kind of drop that panic stuff out as well, because it's like we'll draw and everyone will start like going mad and like, oh my god, start crying. The Twitter goes, or should I say X goes into meltdown like when we drop points. So it's like, bloody hell, but I get it, because you can't afford to drop points with City chasing you or City ahead of you, and we don't really want to give Tottenham any kind of impetus to go out there and win the league before us, you get me, by dropping points and making them feel a bit more safe, you get me?
Exactly. And the pressure's on so much that if we get a draw, it feels like a loss. Yeah. Like literally feels like, right, we've lost the game. You know, it doesn't even feel like a draw.
It's our expectation. We do it to ourselves. Arsenal fans, I think, sometimes are the worst for that. Like, I've never seen it. Like, Liverpool drop points and everyone's like, all right, they'll just carry on with it. You know, City will drop points. Arsenal, we drop points. We go into meltdown. You literally go into Twitter and everyone is like, you go on all the blogs, the sites, the wherever, like the Arsenal forums, and they're all gone into meltdown. Do you get what I mean? Everyone's, and I'm sometimes guilty of it. We'll drop points and I'll be like, I knew we was gonna lose. Yeah. Like going off on one, like, and then have to take it in. But you can't, like, nobody goes the season invincible like we did. Like, and that's a one-off. No one, so you're gonna drop points at some point in the season. You just hope that the points being dropped aren't detrimental to the final outcome, innit? Do you get what I mean?
Exactly. And then I guess we just have to handle those emotions as well, you know, the fan base.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. We can't. We've got too much PTSD and issues going on in our head. Trauma from previous seasons. And we panic every minute. We're panicking.
That is what it is, Doug.
Yeah,
absolutely. Panic central. Oh, there was another message here that I didn't actually see from Ekim.
Yeah.
My wild theory is he's allergic to England weather or food or even something, because man was always fit for Atletico in Spain, even playing at right back. So he's referring to Partey when we was discussing the injury. Yeah, you know, maybe he just hasn't adapted to this weather, or maybe it's even training. It just could be a number of factors, really.
Yeah, well, Arsenal training is known for being intense or high level training, innit? Like, so, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes it could be the weather. Sometimes, like, who knows? You know, these players that play in hot countries like Spain coming into a you know, country like England where the weather's up and down could affect their body, I suppose. But I don't.
Also, stress as well.
Stress.
You know, stress has an impact. So even coming to another country, you just don't even know how they're dealing with that emotionally, and then that's going to have an impact on your performance and, you know, your injury prevention and things like that as well. So many things to factor in.
Yeah, things you got going on behind the scenes. I know that Partey's had a few things going on. So whether whatever, true or false, we don't know. But that can affect you. That can affect you as well mentally. You don't know, like, these things. I think footballers are footballers, and I think we spoke about it before. But like, even though they're footballers, still human beings, mental health issues, this, that, up and down, stress, life in it. Do you get what I mean? So who knows what could be going on for some players as to why their body is reacting in a certain way, or, you know, like, things just happen. You know, sports, in it. Do you get me?
Exactly. It's so true. Oh, well, Doug, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you as always. Always a great show. It's a great catch up.
Definitely. Shouldn't leave it so long next time. I'll be on to you for next week. But
and I'll be on.
But
But there you go. The show will happen because we're both going to make sure we make that go that extra mile to make the effort to make the show happen.
Yeah. No, 100%.
All right. And we just want to say a big thank you to all of you for watching and joining. We always appreciate your support. And as we know, it's always just spontaneous that we'll just pop up and say, look, we're having a live show. Come and join us. So we appreciate you guys coming and being loyal and supporting.
Yeah,
Tyrone's here saying it's been a good live. Can't wait for the next one. Thank you so much, Tyrone. We're happy that you enjoyed. And we're so happy you guys joined us. And the next one is going to be very soon.
Yeah, definitely. Within the next week. Yeah, most probably.
Yes.
Same, it could be same time, same place next week. Who knows, isn't it? Like, but it will definitely be within the next, like, around the weekend time, surely.
Exactly. We'll make sure we'll get it in our diary.
Yeah.
Big up, yeah, as well. Saying big up as always. So yeah, it's always all love. Well, thank you so much, Doug.
Shout out Shockey, come on. Chelsea losing as always. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come on, loves the Shocks. Yeah.
Exactly, poor Shockey. I mean, they played pretty well against us. You know, I think
we were bad.
We were really bad.
I think if you put another 10 minutes on top of that game, at the end of that game, we would have won that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Chelsea fans must have been gutted.
Yeah, they must have been. I think it exposed how bad they are because you go 2-0 up, the Man City, Man United, Liverpool, they closed that game out against us. I think they would struggle to get back in it.
Yeah.
Ketia, if he had his shooting boots, it would have went 3-2 straight away. So
yeah, exactly.
They missed a chance. So I feel for them, but they're like, yeah, they got Nkunku coming back. Nkunku coming back will do a lot for them.
Exactly. Well, we'll speak more about that on the next show. But yeah, as we said, pleasure as always. This is Doug. I am Charlene Smith, and it's been great to have the Link Up Show back. We'll be back again soon. So make sure you guys stay tuned and subscribe so you can get notifications when we are back. Last one here from Supreme saying big up Char. Chelsea's still the biggest club in London, European pedigree. Well, he just had to get that in, didn't he, before we left the show.
Yeah, no, they're hurting. They're hurting right now. That one came from the heart. I can feel it.
Yeah, exactly.
That one came from the heart. They're hurting right now, but it's cool. Information Supreme is cool. No love lost.
Exactly.
No love lost.
All right, guys. We'll be back again soon. Bye for now.